Hey guys, Lisa Whimsical Gardener. So today's project is we've got a bunch of amaranth. I've grown the long tassel one, the Love Lies Bleeding Heart. I've grown some Hot Biscuits and some other ones. So we've got a tray of amaranth that we need to plant out throughout the yard. I also got some marigolds. If we get around to it, we'll do that as well. And I found some bonus zinnia that I didn't realize I didn't plant out. You probably saw some other videos with zinnia that I planted out, but I found some more in my stash. So let me show you what we've got. I would love if you can subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend. I'm filming this on May 14. You'll probably see this more towards the middle of June, and by the time you see this, some of this would have grown in already. But our first tray that we have is our amaranth. So this is all amaranth that I grew. This one here is the, like, I did a horrible job labeling these things, didn't I? This one looks like the BI something amaranth. God, I have no idea, you guys. I don't even know what I labeled here. Coral Fountain. I can see I have Coral Fountain. I should have Love Lies Bleeding. This one looks a little bit like the Love Lies Bleeding on there. Actually, no, this one might be the Love Lies Bleeding on there. And then I found some bonus. This is the Cinderella Lilac Zinnia that I need to plant out as well. While we're at it, guys, the roses are blooming. So this is the David Austin Bathsheba rose. They're towards the tail end of it. I had to work a lot lately and I didn't get a chance to come out outside, and by the time I came out they were all like past their prime, but they're still blooming. It usually gives the strongest flush of blooms first part of spring, and then throughout the season it will bloom. I'll go ahead and give it another trim as well. I need to go back and what do you call it, use some support because they're all falling off like crazy, like bending over. The stems need a little bit of a tie so I can hold them in place off of the trellis. Also have some marigolds as well. So we got this tray of marigolds that need to be planted. These I started from seed. So I think what we're going to do first is let's go ahead and finish out the zinnias and plant those, and then we can go ahead and start. Actually, you know what? I take it back. No. Let's start with the amaranth first, and I'm going to pop a picture of what my amaranth looked like last year. Didn't really had a lot of amaranth last year, but a couple that I did was just amazing. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you where I want to plant those amaranth. The vegetable garden area, and along the fence bed, all the way back there. My thought is I'm going to plant it against the fence, and I'm going to use the fence as a support to tie it because it definitely would need some trellis. So I'm going to just line this over here with amaranth. You guys, Cade literally stomped on my plants. Look at this. This Black Eyed Susan was growing really well, and he came and stomped on the stem, and now it's not doing so well. But anyway, I'm going to put some over here because I'm going to trim a little bit of the Rosa Sharon. It's sprawling a little bit, but I'm going to use that stem to kind of propagate it. So I'm going to use that as an experiment to see if I can do that. This Rosa Sharon is looking glorious. So I'm going to put some here. And then my thought is I want to put some behind here too as well, because you want that to be in the taller end and maybe some in the end. Now I'm at the willow tree garden bed area. And guys, the hydrangeas are starting to bloom. Isn't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? Amazing, amazing, isn't it? Oh my goodness. This one is starting to bloom as well. And if you look at it, that blooms back here as well. And then my oak leaf, guys, look at the flowers. The oak leaf is just absolutely gorgeous. I gotta stake that up a little bit too as well. Anyway, back to our planting. I'm going to do some on the beds over here too as well. And then for the amaranth, here's my thought. Here's my thought on the amaranth. Is, see this little area that I have right there? Ooh. Right there? My thought is, what if I planted and it stakes and drape down that way? Because there's like a curve. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a curve. And you can't really walk in that area, but it'll be nice having something draping down there. And then I'll probably put one or two in this area as well too, guys. Isn't that a beautiful scene? How gorgeous is that? Gorgeous. Alright, so hear me out on this dot, okay? Hear me out, and I know it's going to be chaotic and all of that stuff, but hear me out on this. What if on my rows here, the base, right? If these rows are going to be trimmed up, right? What if I do an amaranth here and I use the trellis to tie up the amaranth? So imagine it's like coming down on the trellis. Wouldn't that be good? Now I do have, forgot what berry it is that's growing here. Grapes is growing here, but I'm not going to do anything with that. But, notice I have like half a trellis empty here. And my roses there, not going to bother the grapes. The grapes is good. Grapes is growing here too. I'm not going to do anything. Over here, I planted some tomatoes because I want tomato to run up the trellis. But I'm thinking where I have the two extra things, it would look really nice. And of course, just because I'm a crazy plant person and there's extra spaces, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with all of this extra space? Even though technically I don't have extra space. But I'm thinking of lining the back of this here with amaranth. That way it's taller, it's in the back, and I can support it with some stake. And then I have this little area here, so the hot biscuit probably would look good there. Maybe, we'll see. And of course, I'm gonna try to put some amaranth in this area somewhere. Somewhere in this area, we'll have some amaranth. Space there too. We've already got amaranth growing over there, so you can see. So we planted those last week. They would look good. In front of the house, we did some zinnias over there. I'm going to do 1 or 2 amaranth there too as well. Nothing at the front in these pots because the amaranth will be too, what do you call it? Too crazy, too tall. It's not going to go with the style of everything that's here. Pretty sure I'm going to find somewhere to put some amaranth in this area here. Maybe something here. We'll see. Alright guys, so our idea is to try to force some amaranth here so I can tie it up to the trellis, right? Because these roses, I'm going to be trimming them eventually, right? This is just the first flush. Smells so good. Smells so good. So we're going to put some amaranth here and then I can tie it up to the trellis, and imagine it's like the love lies bleeding. Imagine it kind of trailing down, right? So let's find some of those. Guys, and you know how us gardeners, we always think we're going to remember what we plant and we're like, we shouldn't label it. This is what's happening here. I'm pretty sure this is Love Lies Bleeding Heart. And, or Coral Fountain maybe? Love Lies Bleeding, we're not sure. So we're going to plant a few of each in this area here. So moral of the story, you guys, take the time and label your plants. Label your plants. I'm pretty sure this one is a Coral Fountain one. I'm going to have to make sure that I baby these to make sure that they catch. Because I don't want to plant them and then it doesn't catch, so I'm going to come back and water them. Same thing with the other seedlings. I've been watering them like every other day just to make sure that they catch. Now these seedlings that you see here, all of these are self-seeded. Hyacinth bean, which I have a garden tour coming up with some people that I work with. So I'm going to be potting these up and I'll give it away. So that'll be a nice little take-home thing for these seedlings. It's a little bit hard to tell, but behind this Carolina Sapphire, I'm going to go ahead and plant some zinnia because I didn't plant any when I did in the video earlier. So I'm going to be very careful because I don't want to smash whatever I already have planted here. I did a nice little grouping in this area here. I have comfrey coming up here, but that will die down shortly. And I have a mahogany splendor hibiscus too as well. Alright, so you have to imagine that I have a grouping of, what do you call it? A grouping of zinnia in that area. I think I can put a couple more hibiscus, what do you call it? Amaranth in that area. So let me grab some more. A couple of the love lies bleeding. I'm going to go ahead and give all the other plants I've been planting in here a little good drink of water too as well. Because once they're rooted in, they should be good with just irrigation. On this side, I'm going to turn the camera around where my mock orange is. I'm going to be giving it a good prune. And then where my spirea is as well too, they'll have a good prune in probably in about a week or so. But I'm going to go ahead and put some amaranth in that area too as well. Here is my amaranths. I'll go ahead and plant those out. I do have some zinnias back there, as well as the bleeding heart mahogany splendor hibiscus. So hopefully they all grow kind of tall together. I knew I had a love lies bleeding amaranth. This is the one that has a red stem, so I'm going to go ahead and plant it because I would like some of that what do you call it, red in the garden here as well. So let me give this a good drink of water before I go plant them, because it's a little bit dry. I'll give it a little bit more water. As you really can't tell what I've planted. It's just hard to do a close-up with everything kind of growing in. What I'm trying to do is kind of space them out so that they'll have flowers at different time of the gardening season. I don't know if you can tell, but the what is it called, Veronica, the white one, it's growing really well. The stems are super long. But they're growing in really well, and typically when this is done blooming, I normally cut it down and I'll get a second flush in the season. Second flush is not that great like the first one, but at least I'll have like a second flush of a little bit awkward trying to get to that part there to plant the amaranth, but I'm gonna try. I have in all of the area over here, the willow tree garden bed area, as we're here on this side. Guys, this is a beautiful vista, isn't it? I love the side of the bed. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some amaranth in this little area here. This eventually I'm going to trim it up a little bit too as well. All the greenery that you see here, most of it is going to come out for some vase arrangements for my party that I'm having next week at the house. I'm going to go ahead and plant this out. I had planted, what do you call this thing? Brown cherries here, and it came back. They self-seeded. Nice. So, amaranths here, I'll go ahead and give it a drink of water too as well. I come here in the willow tree garden bed area, and let's put an amaranth here and one in the other bed over there too as well. Remember, I've got zinnias and stuff growing here too. And let's do one over on that side. Guys, something is eating my zinnias. So by my Rose of Sharon, remember that I'm going to cut this one out here, this limb. So I'm going to be planting something tall behind here because I don't have anything that's tall. And 2 of these will go there. I've already went ahead and pre-moistened the soil. Do I want to put one over here? Mahogany will go really big. Got dahlia. I'm going to try to squeeze one in this corner over here. Well, more like 3. We'll put more just to make sure they all survive. Being super careful because I don't want to step on my dahlia or anything else. There's a zinnia that's self-seeded. I'm going to pinch it, don't know what type, and then I'll replant it back. We did willow tree area, we did the back fence, we did here. Now let's turn our attention to the stone step garden bed area and a fruit tree area. Alright guys, I know what you're thinking. We're at the fruit cocktail tree bed area. See all the green underneath there? What possibly more can I put there? But wait, there's empty spots. So here's my thought, alright? Here's my thought. This is towards the back of the bed, and you want taller things in the back, shorter things in front, right? Nobody walks around that area, so why not plant some zinnia and some amaranth, and I can use stake to keep them up, right? Because you're gonna basically be looking at this bed from that way. And guys, do you know me? You know I like to overplant, and my garden looks like a chaotic cottage garden, right? That's my style. So I'm gonna plant some, what do you call it, amaranth and some zinnias back there. I'm gonna show you these from far because if you look at them pretty close, you'll be like, oh my goodness, they look horrible. But zinnias are pretty hardy, and these are the giant zinnia variety that I started back at end of February, and I'm gonna plant them pretty deep, and they'll be fine. But you can see them from far, not close, you guys, because I'm not proud of these seedlings, but they will grow to be very beautiful. Amaranth I can show you close because these are half decent. So these are from seed. I'm gonna go ahead and plant like 2 clumps of them too as well. I wanted to show you while we're at it here that my salmon geranium that I grew from seed, it's flowering, you guys. Hopefully you can see it. It's beautiful. Alright, so we're at the end of the stone step garden bed to the left, and I've got bleeding hearts, love lies, and coral amaranth. So here's my thoughts. Hear me out again on this. Alright, so we got dahlia that would get tall, a couple of zinnias on the back, right? Shorter things in front, foxgloves and things like that, those are shorter stuff. Some of my zinnias don't look so great, so we're gonna substitute. So my thought is, you've got the mahogany splendor hibiscus there. Why if I flanked it with the hot biscuit or the coral, whatever that is there, on the back? And then back here, we do the bleeding hearts. We have planted our zinnias in one of the previous things. I'm just giving it a good drink of water here. Guys, there's no good angle to film this because it's a little side corner. But I gotta get these amaranths in the ground, alright? So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna plant them there. Even though I know they're gonna grow tall, and I'm gonna have to stake them up. Oh my god, weeds! The onions we grew in the green stock are looking pretty good. Like these full of stuff, you guys. Alright guys, that's it for this planting episode. I thought that I would do a lot more things other than amaranth, but turns out there was a lot of planting when it comes to amaranth. So everything is in the ground for the amaranth. I got the rest of the zinnias in the ground too as well. So I'm making really good progress. I would say my goal is to finish all the planting by end of May, so that June, July, August, all of that stuff would just be like garden maintenance and fun projects. And then also guys, please remind me next year, you don't need to start all of that seed, alright? You don't need 50 amaranth plants. 5 is good. Right. Oh my god, I can't help myself. That was like, it seems like it was just like never-ending amaranth that I was planting. Anyway, would love if you could subscribe. If you have any questions or any comments about growing amaranth, please leave them in the comment section. We'll see how these do over time as I provide garden updates and so forth. Subscribe to the channel, share with a gardening friend. Until next time, everybody, happy gardening. And aren't these beautiful? Beautiful coreopsis that we actually grew from seed one year. I don't remember which year it was. And they've been self-seeding here forever. So I just love them and I just let them self-seed. And I don't really have to do any work. I'm just waiting for the sea of Black Eyed Susan to start flowering here. That would be a glorious show. All right, everybody. See you later.